come a long way from the Averex. From the days when we had to make the waist stretch. Now it's Vacherons and all the Marble K sets. You wanna get money with me? Say less. Say less. Say less. You wanna get money with me? Say less.
All right, what's poppin', people? Welcome back to another episode of Say Less.
Yeah.
With Kaz.
What up, Rosy?
I'm Rosy.
That's good. It's good to see you, man.
It's good to see you. I feel like it's been a long time.
It has been a long
Has
time.
it?
Yeah, I feel like it has. We've been Rolling Stones the past couple of weeks. We've been traveling.
Yeah.
I'm Rolling Stones.
You're still a very toxic friend.
Whoa! First off, that wasn't on the script. Wow, what's up? How am I a toxic friend?
What
I do?
Boom! Boom that shit.
What I do?
I texted this man. I was like, "You hungry?" He said, "No." I said, "Fuck you too." He loved it.
First off,
it's like an ex-boyfriend,
this
bro.
This is what Rosy does, right? Rosy only asks me if I'm hungry only after asking for like a favor.
I didn't ask for a favor.
Not
first.
a favor, but like it was one of those, hey, last minute change. Hey, can we do this out of there? Hey, you hungry? I'm like, no, I'm not hungry.
I've been told you. I just don't think you understood the time crunch.
It's all good. We don't need the time crunch because we got a lot to get into today.
So spoiled,
I was in San Antonio for Final Four this past weekend. Shout out to everybody over in
Saw
that
that.
location.
I saw that.
Super duper fun.
As Kazeem picks up his 89th job.
Well, while I was at the Final Four, and I talked a little bit about that in yesterday's solo episode or the last solo episode, whenever you guys listen to this, Rosy was in North Carolina as the what do we call you? You're like the unofficial Dreamville mascot, low key. Like the Dreamville
That would
Fest.
be Mandy.
Is it?
I've missed one or two.
All right,
she has not missed any.
Y'all are kind of like the Siskel and Ebert of Dreamville Fest. Like
Okay,
y'all two
that's
is
fair.
two peas in a pod.
That's
like
fair.
I know y'all once y'all in golf carts and all access passes. There's lots of stories to be told, but the obvious story about Dreamville Fest is that it was quote unquote the final Dreamville Fest. So Rosy, talk to me. It was in your backyard, North Carolina.
I was in my backyard, man. It's always good to go back. Food is always bomb. I always get to see my friends. Everything's great. The performances.
Okay.
Did you know the lineup?
Yes. So the clips that I saw Ludacris.
Who would Kaz have been excited to see?
Ludacris. Like that was the one person I was like, damn, I wish I didn't see that.
Kaz.
Smoked it, right? Smoked it. What?
Smoked
all right.
it.
Okay. All right. Talk to me.
In everybody's video that was near me, all you hear is my loud, raspy voice rapping along. Because it's songs that we probably haven't heard in a while, but you don't forget these lyrics and how it made you feel when they came out.
No.
My dog came out in the whole North Carolina suit. The
straight back braids.
The straight back braids and the cut from all the videos. So while he's performing in the back, he's playing those videos and he looks the same. So like when we talk about Pharrell, Nas, and Method Man not aging, we now need to include Ludacris.
Yeah.
Didn't age one bit. Smoked his performance. He only didn't do... There was only 2 songs he didn't do.
Which was those?
He didn't do Splash Waterfalls.
Really?
And he didn't do Saturday. On a Saturday.
Saturday.
He could have came out with the ooh.
Stinky, yicky. I just remember hearing Saturday. I remember hearing Saturday on like a million commercials. So I could understand why he's probably like, I don't want to hear that.
But Luda, when was the last time he even actually performed?
I'm sure he still performs. Luda strikes me as one of those guys that you don't think still performs, but then you look up, he's like, oh yeah, I'm in like Norway next week, like doing real. You know whose fault this is? You know whose fault this is?
Who?
It's Vin Diesel's fault, clearly.
Fuck him.
Like,
Fucking Vin
we
Diesel.
got too much Fast and the Furious and him being the tech bro and doing all these things. And there's like a whole generation of people. Like Ludacris is kind of like LL Cool J and Ice Cube for like our generation.
When I posted the video, my friend told me a story about when she saw him perform. Apparently he performed 2 years ago at a Super Bowl party.
Okay.
And she said that she overheard somebody say, I didn't know the guy from Fast and the Furious rapped.
Bruh, you see?
I would have lost my shit.
You see?
Drop Bows on him right there.
Come on, man. But nah, you know, it's crazy because like, yo, I get it, right? Like I remember watching In the House on NBC. And like I would watch it with people, and then I think what did Loungin' come out like later that summer? And I remember very vividly, and I was super young when In the House came on. I remember people being like, "Oh my God, Marion from In the House makes music."
Makes music like yes,
and
he's
vulgar songs.
Leave
It's
him
like,
alone.
yeah, bro, and that's Ludacris for us. Like Luda's been
He
so
did every hit.
Yeah.
Every hit. Mandy was like, he's not gonna do Move Bitch or like Get Back. And I was like, why? She's like, it's
wouldn't
gonna start a
he?
fight. I was like, we're at Dreamville.
Yeah.
Everyone is shea buttered up.
Yeah.
It's all the good vibes. Like
Yeah.
no one's gonna fight to that, I promise you. And he did it and nobody fought.
You know,
If anything, people were moshing together.
does it take a little bit away from the experience if people aren't fighting during Move Bitch? At least throwing some friendly bows. Does this generation know how to throw friendly bows?
I don't think they.
I don't
the YNs? You want the YNs to throw friendly bows?
They don't know there was a time when Ludacris.
They were wearing puffers in 80 degrees. They should not be throwing no bows. Because also, speaking of YNs wearing puffers, Chief Keef performed.
Oh, tell me about that.
It's just, he was good actually.
Yo, is it wild to see like a mature Chief Keef?
What's wild to me is going from Chief Keef to Ludacris to Erykah Badu. I said, what the fuck is going on here?
That's the black person experience right there. If there's 3 artists,
And you love all of them.
you
It's
love
like-
all of them equally for specific ass
It's like,
reasons.
I went from gangbanging one set to throwing bows and talking about whatever to on and on, Erykah Badu.
Listen, if that ain't the black person experience there in a nutshell, I don't know what to tell you. Chief Keef, Ludacris, Erykah Badu, you love these artists for 3 specific reasons. Ludacris, before we wrap the Ludacris combo, I saw a tweet.
He should have been a headliner. Next.
I saw a tweet. As somebody said, Ludacris is better than Andre 3000 as far as Southern rappers. And it's one of those tweets that you see.
Hold on, more did they say something else or that's all they said?
Nah, it's Twitter. There's no context.
Okay.
So it's one of those tweets where like you look at it at first and you immediately want to call it blasphemy, but then you sit back and you're like,
No, I just think Ludacris is the Andre 3000 of our generation.
I don't even think he's the Andre 3000 of our generation. I just
mean,
think
it's just different.
he's a guy. Luda's a guy who was so prolific at one point as a musician that Andre just kind of never was. Like Andre's whole thing was, you know, after Speaker Box Love Below, he was like mystery man. Like maybe he drops a verse. Ooh.
Maybe he drops a solo album. Playing a fucking flute.
Maybe he does a flute album. Maybe you run into the Lower East Side and he's playing his clarinet and you're like,
I did run into him in Soho.
We all have. You have it. You're not a real New Yorker if you haven't ran into Andre 3000 playing his flute.
Dog, what are you doing here?
What are you doing?
You don't even go here.
And like nobody bothers him, and he's just like, but like you still fan out, but you're still just like, what is this? But
Well, I could see why the tweet is problematic, but
I don't think it's all the way wrong.
Watching Luda's whole set, also, let's bring up the whole stamina again.
Okay.
Never lost his breath.
Yes.
Everything was controlled. Everything was just as loud. He didn't miss a fucking beat, a word, nothing. And so I could see why that would be true.
Yeah, Luda is a great rap performer, dog. Like some people, there's an art to performing rap songs. There's an art to this shit. The breath control. Like you see us like losing our shit over Breath Control by Kendrick Lamar during the Super Bowl and like editing himself and all that. Like Luda is great at that too, but Luda could also like he does different like cartoony voices like in
I love it. It's
between
it's like a Busta Rhymes or
it's
a
like a
Missy, if you
Busta
will.
Rhymes type shit. Yeah, exactly.
Because
And Busta Rhymes is a legendary performer.
with the belly and all.
Belly.
Let's not forget like there wasn't a time
man, the
where you
Zempies.
thought he was going.
I'll take Busta with the belly over Busta with the Zempies, bro.
I want Busta with the dreads back,
That's not happening.
I know.
That's not. Unless, you go the weavy weave.
but
I ain't do it.
the Jay-Z route.
Jay-Z. Don't put those rumors on Jay-Z.
You did it.
That is Jay-Z's real hair.
You did it,
He
and then you
went-
brought out the pictures. Then you brought up the pictures.
Lies.
You were like, look at Jay-Z in February, look at Jay-Z in December. And we
right.
all were like, maybe Kaz has a point.
All right. I'm not going to say.
Yo,
I'm not
there's
gonna
an
say I
I'm gonna pull
didn't-
up the episode.
It didn't raise a question when he had like the healthiest hair. Now, granted, Hove did go vegan. You know what I mean? He did change his.
I'm sure that helped his hair grow.
It does. When you change your diet, you know what I mean? The hair follicles open up clean. You know what I mean? It's not.
Is that what you did,
jumping hair.
Kaz?
I'm trying. I'm trying. You know, I might go for the dreads one more time. Go for braids one more time.
The hair steroids.
My hair steroids. I ain't gonna hold you. Shout out Nutrafol holding me down. I got the Secrete, the Beyonce shit. I got the Secrete drops, all that. You know, we coming back. We coming back low key. We good.
Before I forget and before we wrap up the Dreamville convo, I have to say something.
Please.
That was very controversial.
What was controversial?
You know, a lot of people say this one man is a terrible, terrible performer, right?
Who you referring to?
They say this all the time. They say that's why he shouldn't have done the Super Bowl and blah, blah, blah. He's not a good performer. Wayne.
Okay.
Mr. Carter came out and performed his ass off.
Okay.
Again, didn't skip a beat, didn't fuck up any lyrics, didn't miss a word, did his thing. Now, I could see why people think he's a terrible performer, or not.
I don't think people thought he was a terrible performer.
I've heard that.
I think there's a difference between being a great performer and performing at the Super Bowl.
So when I was watching his set, I think, specifically hip hop heads, whatever, they don't want to hear the electric guitar and the song sped up. But I'm like, yo, back in the day when people would perform, they would always switch up the sound. It wouldn't be like the studio album. They would always have a live band.
There'd be a live version of it.
Exactly, which actually Wale does a lot too, right?
Yes,
and he's really good at
with
that.
The band,
So when he did it, I think that's what people didn't like. But it was amazing.
I bet it was.
It was amazing.
I bet it was. Here's the
Hot
thing.
Boys, BG.
Here's the thing. If you got the catalog, it'll take you like 85% of the way there. Like, if motherfuckers is coming there to scream their ass off and like get repeat the songs as much as they possibly can, you can fool me into being a good performer. You know what I mean? Just because I'm already coming in there just to see all your shit.
Yeah, you're knowing how it's going to sound.
Exactly. But on top of that, I think, I'm not saying he was a bad performer. Like, I seen him.
I'm not saying you were.
No. I'm saying
I saw a lot of that.
I saw him at the Drake vs. Lil Wayne tour way back when at Arthur Ashe Stadium. I want to say Arthur Ashe Stadium, one of them tennis stadiums in New York. And, this is when Drake was untouchably the biggest nigga out.
Goat.
And Wayne smoked this nigga song for song. And he was going with songs that were like, at the time, like 5, 6, 7 years old already.
But were they performing together?
It would be very verses. Like Drake would have his set, Wayne would have his set, and they'd go song for song.
Was it post Drake fucking his bitch?
See, I don't know all that.
Might have something to prove.
I don't know all that.
Just saying.
I don't know.
Was it post jail?
I don't know what happened with Tammy Tell. Yeah, this is post jail.
Oh yeah, so Wayne has something to prove.
Yeah, you remember?
That's probably when they still had Static.
Yeah, I remember the Drake Lil Wayne concert series. Capcom did it. It was like Street Fighter themed and stuff. Like it was fire. It was one of the best shows I've been to. So like when people were like, Wayne's not a good performer, I was like, what are you talking about? But then, I did see some clips like later in the years where I'm like, all right, like Wayne could have probably enunciated a little more.
I also think the longer he's on stage, the more fucked up he gets because it's still Wayne and he's still smoking and doing his thing on stage. Yeah. But from what I saw, he did great. And he also had his people backing him up. He had Juvie. Another one that hasn't aged. Let's put him up there too. And did great.
How was Cole, man? Like
Cole was good. Okay, so I kind of left halfway through Cole's set, but Cole is
Damn, you ain't stayed for Cole's set?
I did stay for Cole's set. Okay. But I had to go because they locked down the door at some point, and then you're just out here with this massive crowd trying to get out.
The let out game is serious.
And I was like, my phone's dying. It's raining. But Cole is Cole. It was amazing.
All right. Shout out Cole. Shout out to the whole Dreamville gang, man. Love Dreamville Fest. Apparently, they'll be back in a different capacity. It's not necessarily the last Dreamville Fest. I
want to know who they think is going to bring as many people, that much traffic to Raleigh, North Carolina.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's not going to end up in Raleigh anymore. Maybe he's going to take it on the road and
call it what?
You can still call it Dreamville Fest. You just put it in different cities or places. You could probably do it. You'll probably take the mantle of Made in America. Like we haven't had Made in America in a long time.
Yeah, what happened to that?
I guess they just don't do it no more. It's been a while, but that was my favorite festival. It was very city friendly. You know what I mean?
Pop in, pop out.
Like, you go walk.
It's an hour and a half away.
And it's not like you've been to Coachella before.
No.
Coachella's like going to like a faraway land. It's like a journey. It's like you fly into like whatever Palm Springs, and then you drive into the desert. And that drive alone is like, what the fuck? But Made in America, Philly, bing bang boom. You're right there. I know Dreamville Fest was great and all, but I saw an even greater performer than all those people this past weekend.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about.
Go right into it.
The GOAT. Legend. Hey, yeah, yeah.
You love it.
Don't stop the party. Yo, Pitbull.
Why do you love Pitbull so much?
Come on, son. Like, listen.
You sound like my mom. You know who loves Pitbull? My mom.
That's exactly why you gotta respect Pitbull. Pitbull makes songs that your mama know. Pitbull makes songs that everybody knows, yo. Like, you will go there. Shout out AT&T. We went over there, March Madness, did the whole thing. You go there, and you're thinking, I know a couple Pitbull songs. Trust me,
you
brother.
know them all.
You know all the
of them.
Pitbull songs that you don't even realize you do. That whole set is just songs of like, damn, he was a guest feature on that Neo record. Damn, he was a guest feature on this J-Lo record. Damn, he was a guest feature on this Kesha record.
How do you look? How was his performance?
The same dude. He's an incredible performer. He performs like he's in
a little older
Vegas.
now, I'm asking.
I'm saying like he performs like you know what he reminds me of? He's like Pitbull's gonna be like our Tom Jones. Like like Tom Jones back in the day, like no matter how old he got, like he be in Vegas doing it's not unusual by anyone.
Also, shout out Fresh Prince, because that's really, really what made us
And it
realize.
brought a whole generation of new Tom Jones fans to be like, yo, do it's not unusual. That's the shit, right? Pitbull has that same sort of vibe where it's like, yo, you can put him in a crowd of 10 people or a crowd of 1 million people, and he's rocking that shit like it's his last show.
You know, as a nightlife pro,
As a nightlife connoisseur.
I would say this about Pitbull. He has those songs that could come off like a Gasolina, where you're like, oh fuck,
yeah,
but you don't get that reaction ever.
No,
from anyone.
No.
It's kind of like, all right, cool,
It's
and then you
different.
get into it.
You know what it is?
I don't know how to explain it.
When you hear a Pitbull song on the radio, you're like, oh, let me change this shit. When you see Pitbull performing that shit, you're like, tonight, I want all of you tonight.
You're this biggest fan.
Give me everything tonight.
Like, you don't listen to Pitbull at home.
No.
But if people come on.
If you run into Pitbull in the wild, you're going to be like, God damn.
How are you going to do that?
I know all this man's hits. And I've never gone and like searched Pitbull in like any of my streaming apps.
There's a lot of songs like that.
Because you don't
know them word for word.
You don't seek out Pitbull. Pitbull finds you. Pitbull is in here.
You know your theories.
Pitbull is in here. He makes the songs that get all up in here. And you ain't even trying to. And by the time you know it, you're just like, God damn.
When did you fall in love? You are from Staten Island. When did you fall in love with Pitbull?
Answers your question right there. Like,
when did you fall in love?
Pitbull, you like some fist bump records? I'm at Staten Island by way of New Jersey. If you are from Staten Island by way of New Jersey, you have fist pumped at least once or twice in your life.
Pitbull.
And if you're going to fist pump, more likely than not, you're going to fist pump to some Pitbull music. Don't matter. If you want to go to Miami,
perform in a 3-piece suit and his shades.
Listen,
and his little dancing shoes.
Linen shirts, big fucking clog boots, boat shoes and shit. Linen shirt and boat shoe music.
Just fresh.
That's my shit, man.
Cigar right after the show.
Yo, shout out Pitbull. I don't care what nobody say. Anybody try to front like they not.
I don't think anybody says anything bad about Pitbull.
They don't. But Pitbull's one of those people that you can't be a fan of out loud.
Why?
Like, because he makes music that is like music that your mom knows. Exactly. But when you're there and you're enjoying it and you have a drink and it's outside and it's...
Listen, it's really hard for me not to enjoy live music, though.
Same.
Like, you gotta be...
terrible. For me
to be like, yo, let me get the fuck out of here.
When is the last time you saw a terrible live performance?
Like an actual performer, or like a live band that was just whack in the West Village.
Let's make it somebody notable. Like you went to see a show and you're just like, damn, this is not good.
I'm trying to think, because we have a lot of people that come and do things at clubs and shit.
Right. Does club perform? I don't think club performances count. Right? Yeah, the club walk-through bag is just, hey, it's the mic.
So I don't know.
I'll tell you one.
Because I never purposely went to see somebody that I thought was going to be bad.
I'll only name this person because he is now a great performer. But the first time I saw him,
Who?
The Weeknd was an awful live performer. Awful. I saw him at the Bowery Ballroom, right around House of Balloons era. He was just like, this might have been one of his first performances. He was still very mysterious. People still didn't really know what he looked like. You know what I mean?
Every time I seen The Weeknd, I loved him.
Well, when did you first see him?
I want to say his first big tour that he was on.
Well, yeah, when he was on tour, he probably had it figured out by now. But
I haven't seen him in no like small exclusive shit.
Yeah, like he was like House of Balloons was out. Everybody knew all the songs.
I just thought of my. I'll go after you.
Yeah, it's like everybody knew all the songs, but he still, you could tell he didn't really get his like feng shui together as like a performer yet. He was just sitting there just doing all that shit. But like, it was weird because I don't know if he was like, it's New York. It was
nose candied up.
Every big artist has that like welcome to New York performance where it's like
probably
not
SOBs.
Yeah, like it's not really a ton of fans. It's
Santos
like
party house.
Right. Like you got a good amount of fans, but the crowd is really like music critics and like label heads and like folks just
they're there to critique.
There to just be like, is this guy really the real deal? And I talked to a lot of people after that show and they were like, great songs, but like, I don't know, he's gonna fix that shit. And now he is
popping.
He did the Super Bowl and killed it.
I've been to like probably every tour he's at.
Yeah, he's an absolute beast.
Terrible performer.
Oh, you have yours. Who's this?
I have mine. Mm-hmm. Hendrix. Mr. Hendrix
Future.
Terrible fucking performer.
I've seen Future. Terrible. I saw Future on
He don't know his words.
Yeah.
He walks around. He act like he's in the crib, like just like trying to get the song together still, like trying to figure it out.
He like to mumble when he talk. He like to talk like this.
He has his little cousins dancing. Like Future, I would have been okay if I never saw you live. I'll just bump you in the car.
See, so like I have a similar story. First time I saw Future performing was when he was on tour with Migos. And they were just all collectively bad performers, except for Offset. Offset was trying to get his Michael Jackson on back then. Like, he's like, do anything for clout. We're doing anything for clout. Like, he was big in his Michael Jackson. So even then, we're just like, all right, like, clearly this man is.
He might be
he's trying to be a little bit of a showman. Like I was still in my Quayonce era. I was like, all right, Quavo's clearly
the star,
the front man. But when I saw them live, I was like, all right, Quavo's clearly the leader here, but this motherfucker is trying his best. And Takeoff, God bless his soul. Takeoff was just doing Takeoff shit, man. He was just off to the side.
He was just there.
Just doing it, just saying, hey, mama. Just in there. And Future was the same way.
So that was a terrible fucking show, wasn't it?
It wasn't because it was.
You knew the songs?
This is peak Migos, man. Like this is
because you knew the songs.
Yes, like it's at the Barclays Center. Like they did.
That's so sad, bro. That's so sad.
The Migos story makes me so fucking sad. Bro.
The whole thing is sad when it's like you know all the songs, you love it, you listen to it all the time on purpose.
Yeah.
And then you see them live and you're like. That's bullshit.
It's like you're not even giving me my money's worth right now. You ain't gonna break a sweat.
I hope I got these tickets for free.
At least do the fake break a sweat. You know the fake sweat. If you wanna act like you're giving a great performance, just wear layers of clothes.
So you can start sweating.
So that's all you gotta do.
What the fuck does a sweating have to do with a great performance?
First off, you're gonna sweat, right? Okay. And you know what's gonna happen. Like in the middle of a song, like, all right, hold on a second, take off one jacket. Woo! Oh, all right, he's getting serious now.
He really about to do something.
He's getting serious about to do something. Do a couple more songs. What else he do? Take off another shirt. Oh, all right, he really in his bag now. And then by the end of the night, you shirt off. You're performing a song everybody know, and you can fool people into being like, oh, he performing his ass off. Meanwhile, he's just hot.
Cause you are so easy to please. You like at least fake it.
I'm not easy to please. I just know the tricks.
You are. You know why? Because you will find the good in anything.
That is true.
I'll find the funny. You'll find the good.
I'm painfully optimistic. Yeah.
Like you'll find the good, and I'm gonna find the funny.
Yes.
But you're like, they could at least broke a sweat, bro. It was still bad.
I'm just saying.
You're like, I would have felt like they gave a fuck more though if they did this.
I would be fooled into thinking, man, this person really left it all out there. Meanwhile, he just took off a jacket and a shirt. And you could fool the public into believing that this man is out here performing.
That'll be worse because then I'll be like, you was sweating for no reason. Nothing in your songs require you to sweat that hard. There's no song you have that's gonna make you sweat this bad.
Nah, hell no. Nah. But I'll still go see y'all live. Yeah, got tickets for me. You're on the festival. I'm still gonna go watch, of course.
If Future got a show, I'm still going. I want to hear everything live, but
of course,
I just know.
You know you're not gonna.
Not to get my hopes up.
Does he have like when's the last time you saw him live? You seen him recently?
No.
Okay.
Last time I saw him live was that Purple Rain tour.
Oh, that's a minute ago.
Yeah.
I feel like he's got to be at the point where he has at least like some sort of a theme at his show. Like he can't just be sitting there doing the hey.
I don't know. I think he I'm not sure though. I don't know.
I don't know. But hey, man, he gonna do that chitlin circuit. He gonna do arena.
I'm gonna still go.
Yeah, I'm still gonna watch.
Care. I'm still gonna go.
Still gonna watch. We got a new Kendrick video that dropped today.
We do.
Marv.
The Luther video.
Let's load this up, man. It's one of my favorite parts of the show when we get to live react to some shit. And usually when we get to live react to some Kendrick Lamar, we got some really good feedback, some really good stuff. I haven't seen this video. Rosy saw like 30 seconds of the video. Let's live react to Kendrick Lamar and SZA, Luther, off of their new album.
It's everything you already expect, I think. Maybe, I don't know. I only got 30 seconds in.
Let's see.
But interesting fact, though, what we did find out was Drake's director directed.
Oh, God. Here we go.
The pettiness continues.
Here we go. Let's get through this before I speak on that.
Why is my boy crying?
Yeah. I'm a 7, babe, drop it like it's hot. Take a drinks and make them multiply. It's a great song, man.
It is.
It's a great fucking song. And I'm strictly with that 5. That's such a sweet way to talk about shooting someone. 5.
Boom.
I hit him with that 5. SZA. Sheesh. Oh man. Okay. I guess this is the opposite side. Got the sweet side, and here comes the toxicity. This feels like toxicity.
Coming right up.
Yep. Here we go. All right. Where are we? We got a nice brown skinned lady with braids. I don't know where they are. Is that downtown LA?
A little bit.
Looks like downtown LA. Or downtown any city.
I don't.
Yeah, I mean, sweet video. Okay. Get to see SZA and, some shorts, which is, I guess, always good.
Oh, that's what you're taking from this?
I mean, I'm waiting to be wild, but, it's a solid video. It's solid.
Yeah.
Money was spent. A budget was cut.
Yeah, it's exactly what you expect it to be. Just visuals and.
Yeah.
That's about it.
But you know what though? It's funny because now we're at the point we're in the where is this? We're in 2025 ADKL. 2025 after Drake, Kendrick Lamar.
Oh my!
And now anytime either one of them drops anything, we got to be like, is he subbing somebody? Is there a message here?
Well,
are we gonna break this down? What's the hidden message, Kendrick?
I don't think there is one yet.
Well,
unless this
judging
bitch
by Kendrick, we
got some relation. She probably from Toronto. Who knows?
Oh gosh.
Who knows?
I don't know where she's sitting at, but it looks dangerous.
Get down.
Yeah. All right. Is this a GNX? Is this a GNX car? I don't know.
Has to be. That car has become more famous than.
Let me tell you something. I love Kendrick music, but let me tell you how Kendrick fans has probably fucked up my Kendrick listening experience.
Oh shit.
Now it makes me feel like I gotta look for more in the music video just
like
because it's like
all the hidden messages.
All the hidden messages in the Super Bowl performances and blah, 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 blah. It's like, nah, they're just singing a song and
But I don't really
I'm cool with that.
I don't listen to those theories. Like, I don't want to look for more. I liked it. That's it.
Oh, I don't look for them theories. Them theories find me. They be like, yo, my brother, you ain't even realize.
Your algorithm, you look for it.
You don't even know what K-Dot was doing, son.
I could really see you.
The PlayStation controller meant it was game over, son. The X's and O's. Y'all just open your third eye, B.
Kaz, you be looking for that shit.
I do.
I
do.
You be high searching it, and then you spiral.
I ain't
and
gonna
then he spirals down, and he's like, I did mean that.
I like a nice little effort put into your art, your music video, your songs. But this seems all pretty standard music video stuff, man. This also seems like a video shot by two people who are extremely busy, because we have yet to see Kendrick and SZA. Oh, there we go. We got Kendrick and SZA one scene together.
That wasn't SZA.
Oh, that's not SZA. Yeah, we haven't seen Kendrick and SZA together at all.
Yeah, they did when they were sitting down behind that wall on the blue couches.
That must have been the last scene.
On the crypt out couches.
That must have been the last scene. It must have been like, all right, motherfucker, we got to shoot this shit together before we head out on tour. Man, getting that Luther clearance. We got the full Luther? Come on now, okay.
That's why this video took so long.
No love besides me.
See, look, this scene is together.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's Photoshopped.
I don't know. Like it's two couches.
Yeah,
they might not even be in the same room.
It and put it together.
Oh, come on.
You're right. You're probably right.
Hell yeah. Play that Luther, man.
This is underwhelming, to say the least.
But you know what?
I think this part is dope that they got the Luther in there.
That's it? That's it. Cool. You know what? Cool. I like that video, Kendrick. No subs. We can move on. You know what I mean? And just what I'm thinking,
somebody's
everything is.
Thumbsing it down.
It's thumbsing it down?
Not gonna say who.
Our special guest? Am I allowed to say who's here?
Somebody's thumbsing it down.
I ain't gonna blow up his spot, but he's just.
Why? You don't want people to know you're thumbsing it down?
Yeah.
You don't want people to know it's you?
Well, I already tell him he's the biggest hater I know.
The biggest hater.
The biggest hater on planet Earth. So it was like, nah, that shit is
I'm the biggest hater.
God damn. But nah, shout out Kendrick. Great song. Love that song.
I love
that
the
album
song for sure.
And I like that it was simple.
That's a video I expected.
Yeah. Remember back in the day, you used to go to parties and music videos just be playing in the background?
Yeah, that's why I like that Luda did that on his performance.
That's a perfect little music video.
Like every time he did a song, the video played in the back. I'm like, oh shit, I remember this.
And that's probably why they couldn't get Kendrick and SZA in the same room. Had to pay that Luther estate. Be like, you was
that's
trying,
it, budget cuts.
Like, you was trying to shoot this together. No.
Well, you could only get one favor at a time.
Let's go. Let's call the Luther estate and see if they'll bump down that price on that clearance. They played 30 seconds of that song? That is not. Listen, I don't know if you listen to this, ever worked in music clearances or have worked in the area where you have to get certain songs cleared. You can play 5 seconds of a record for media use, for journalistic use. You can play 5 seconds of the joint. Anything after 5, you better call UMG, you better call Atlantic, you better call whoever label it is and cut that check, because first off, you don't even let you upload that shit. You know how many times we try to upload videos that have had songs on it
and they won't let you?
Strike.
YouTube is the biggest hater.
Yeah. But shit, if you cutting that Luther check, pretty penny.
Kaz, I'm gonna ask you a question because you know I don't be on Twitter like that.
Okay.
Can you explain to me this whole Issa Rae thing?
What Issa Rae thing? What happened?
All this controversy is going on with her right now.
Marv, I don't know if Meech sent you the notes.
I don't be on Twitter like that. So
I'm sure I could. You know what? I will read the notes.
They're like, why does everybody come for Issa Rae? And I'm like,
I have the notes here.
Let's see. Issa Rae.
But if you didn't know,
she said, quote, "I grew up broke as shit in one of the blackest cities in America. My life has had so many archetypes you see in black movies. I've been robbed, gone to country ass family reunions and funerals, and competed in stroke competitions with my D9 sorority. Hell, I've been in a space tournament at the BET Awards, and people on the internet who never touch grass still try to invalidate my blackness because I'm mixed. Y'all don't need to let the Issa Rae combo get you down." First off, I was today years old when I found out Issa Rae was mixed.
She mixed with?
I was like, I had no idea. I didn't know you could be that brown and mixed. Let's see. Issa Rae
what
mixed.
What is she mixed with?
Let's see. I mean, I don't know. Maybe does she have a white daddy?
A white daddy?
Does she? Let's see.
Ain't no way. There's no way.
You know what? Let's just Google Issa Rae parents. First off, we're just doing this for research purposes. I don't give a damn what Issa Rae is mixed with. I think she's one of the most important creatives in the game today. Still is.
I agree.
But yeah, I mean, it doesn't. Are we sure we're talking about the same Issa Rae? Because it looks like her father, Abdullah Diop, is a pediatrician and neonatologist from Senegal, and her mother, Deline Marie Diop, used to be Hayward, is a teacher from Louisiana. And from what I'm seeing,
so I don't get what the controversy was.
They both look black to me. But I am reading here on Google that Issa Rae's parents divorced due to quote-unquote cultural differences, according to, what is this I'm reading?
There's a lot we're missing.
On momama.com. If I could see, you know what?
There's too much that we're missing.
Let's go ahead and see the
spiral
first.
Down. I thought you would have known for sure.
Nah, I mean, listen, I bangs with Issa Rae, so I'm not even really here on the slander tip at all. But she makes, I mean, here's my thing. When you black and you're successful in a field that many aren't successful in, and you're continuously successful, you kind of get this unfair sort of load of having to be like the monolith of blackness, right? It's like you have to represent all of us, or else like people are gonna try and come for you, or you know what black folks do.
No, but that's what I want to know.
We're gonna tear each other down.
Who was the person that was like, you know what? She's mixed actually, and you guys.
I would not know.
Me either.
I would not know, but you know what? I know she made Insecure, and I know Insecure is a fire show. I know she made Awkward Black Girl, and that definitely changed the way YouTube was created, and you know, creatives in general moved as far as like being popular on the internet and being popular in real life. I know Issa Rae has cut lots of checks for my homies, so like I'm never gonna say anything bad about that lady.
Right. And she put a lot of people on.
And she puts a lot of people on, and she makes just great TV, man. Like she makes great products. I wish they brought back what was that show with like the City Girls inspiration?
Oh, Rap Shit.
Rap Shit. Rap Shit was great TV.
That was good.
Great TV, man. That was. Issa was kind of like the first through the door when you know all them black shows started getting their budgets cut. You know what I mean? Like nope. I was like once they let Issa Rae cook too hard on HBO, and then they got a Trump and president, I was like, oh man, they're gonna start.
I was surprised Insecure didn't get renewed.
I mean, I think it had a perfectly good run for an HBO show. Like you don't want HBO shows to go on too long. Like you want them shits to be like.
What's wrong with HBO shows?
You want a last episode. Like you don't want it to go too long. Yeah, you want it to have a final.
But we didn't get a finale with them.
Yes, you did. There was a series finale.
Why is it
Insecure.
Why only HBO? What do you have against HBO?
I think all the great HBO shows have a great beginning, a great run, and a great end. Like Sopranos, Entourage, Game of Thrones,
White Lotus.
White Lotus is still going, but you know,
it's still going. But
I guarantee you, White Lotus isn't going to be on for like 10 seasons. They're going to give you like
it might because every season's filmed somewhere different.
But
so
so
every
is
season
True
has
Detective.
its own shit going on.
You know what I mean? True Detective was had different casts, different things all the time, and it was like in and out. Watchmen, one season, in and out.
I think White Lotus will get like at least 2 more seasons.
Yeah, 2 seasons is solid. You know what I mean? Like
5.
I'm saying HBO shows, you just want a nice run. And then you want to end it. Like Curb is probably the longest, I think.
But
you know
it's Curb.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a sitcom, so it's like endless situations. But if you're telling the story,
that for White Lotus.
You know, like I can see that. But no Issa Rae slander on this podcast.
No.
God damn it. You bangs with Issa Rae.
None.
On this side. I feel like I was gonna ask something else before. I know we gotta get over here pretty soon.
What were you gonna ask?
Damn, I don't remember.
Better not be more Dreamville questions.
Nah, no more Dreamville questions, Rosy. I'm sorry about that.
You know who is dropping this summer?
Who?
That I'm excited about because he has not released an album since his album in 2019.
Who?
That I love, no skips, Roddy Ricch. You don't have to be excited. I am.
Can we talk about Roddy Ricch for a hot second?
You didn't like his last album?
His debut album was flawless.
Okay.
But excuse me for being antisocial. Flawless debut album. Just got the coupe at the lot.
So the other ones were mixtape.
Yeah, them other projects was not hitting.
I like them. See, I like the mixtape too. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Roddy,
I like them.
I don't know if it was because we was in the pandemic or something, but that pandemic Roddy Ricch is like, it's like bubble.
Oh yeah,
Jimmy.
that last one. That album is no skips.
It's like, you know how people was talking about like Jamal Murray and like T.J. Warren when they was going crazy in the bubble.
Feed the Streets. I like Feed the Streets.
I'm sure it was solid, but it was nothing like
too.
It was nothing like that first joint. That first joint was
so July 18th. He has something. It's called the Navy album.
Okay.
Coming out.
Okay.
And I mean, I don't know. Being that I liked his last album so much and it's been so long. I think it might be good.
You think he might have missed that? What I don't want for Roddy Ricch
is that he missed
he missed the West Coast resurgence wave boat, where it's like, yo, if you're from the West Coast, drop some shit. Everybody fucking with it.
I don't think it's gonna be West Coasty.
I think it will. Come on, man. It's a super crip. He has to pick up the crip.
Yeah, but do you remember his album? It wasn't like. And what are those albums called where it sounds like one long beat just transitioning? Every song transition to the next.
Like, what is it called?
Is there a term for that? Where it's like the beats aren't different, they just flow into each other.
An album with great transitions. I don't know.
I thought there was some fancy term for it.
I don't know if there's a real term for it. I'm sure there is.
Sometimes there's some fancy terms for it.
Sure there is.
But
there is.
That's what I loved about I think it's going to be similar to his last album.
That's what I'm
You're going to be mad when it comes out just like that.
Pull out the whole damn soon.
Now you want to blame the pandemic.
I do blame the pandemic. There was a lot of people who caught licks off the pandemic that didn't. Once we got back outside, we were like, what the fuck were we listening to?
I'm going to be so mad if it's trash. I'm not going to lie to you.
I'm going to tell you what.
What?
I'm not going to say it's going to be trash off rip. But, like, I'm definitely managing my expectations. I'm managing my expectations. That debut was just so pristine.
I also don't
Fire.
listen to Kaz because
Wow.
if he does like it,
Wow.
if he gives the album one go and there's like one song he loves, he'll be like, that shit is fire.
Yeah.
That shit is fire.
I'm easy
2
to
weeks later,
please.
he's gonna be like, it didn't age well. Like, what? Oh, so you sat with it. It didn't age that well, actually. Like, it sounded good in the car.
I disagree. Okay, I think I have a pristine music taste.
Because there's literally tons of clips of you backing down on some shit.
Nah, you know what it is? I just think people
You ain't hear it in the car?
Nah, I know what I like immediately. I think some people are always like, well, I gotta hear it there. I gotta hear it there. I'm like, listen, if you gotta hear it, like a situation can enhance a song, but like if you gotta hear a song in different situations for it to be good, then it's not good. Like a song, I should be able to hear a song off an iPhone and be like, this is fire. I can't wait to hear it in the car. Instead of, maybe I like it better if I hear it in the car.
That's not true. Some shit out in the club just hits different.
Yeah.
Some shit outside just hits different.
Yeah.
Because you catch a vibe of everybody else catching a vibe.
But I can know that it hits different in the club. I could like, I got to hear Nokia in the club for the first time this weekend.
Here we go. How did I know that this song was gonna come up? How did I know?
Who's calling that shit?
Nobody.
It's a fire record.
Nobody.
It was a fire record. And I
shit.
didn't need to, and I knew it was a fire club record a month before I finally heard it in the club this past weekend. I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna go up when they
that song came out. Y'all was all like,
where the fuck the function?
And I was like,
where
nowhere.
The fuck the function?
Get this off my phone. I don't mind the song, and it's a catchy ass song. But I'm not playing that shit in the crib.
Nah, me neither. Like I
know you are. I'm not playing that
I don't play it in the crib. I played in the gym. Oh, this guy?
Yeah.
We played in the gym, but I don't know why he being scary. He's just come and sit with us and just chat some game. But I know it's hot. It's hot out here. I ain't trying to get
the block is hot. The block is hot.
I ain't trying to give my man no more headlines this week.
The block is hot.
But nah, man.
They're gonna be like, who is this mystery guest?
I'm sure you can put 2 and 2 together if you listen hard enough. But yeah, like it's it hits different in the club, man. Who's calling that shit? Like I was in San Antonio, I was team Mello. Mello just got enshrined in the Hall of Fame and shit. Was drinking, had a little champagne. All of a sudden, who's calling my phone? Who's calling that shit? Great record.
It's a catchy song. Definitely went like TikTok viral. The little clips. It's just, I'm sorry, there's certain shit I'm not listening to in the club and like at home.
Last question before we wrap this up, because we feel like we always got to talk about it. I talked about this at the end of the last episode, but it was just me talking to
you
y'all.
did by yourself. Can't wait to just bum rush your shit one day. Go ahead.
You should. Honestly, I wouldn't stop you.
I couldn't. I want to flight back
that's
home.
That's all good. Yeah, to get home. How was that trip? Did you have fun? Good time.
Did I have fun?
Yeah, it looked fun. Nobody has more fun on IG stories than Rosy, by the way.
Actually, and there was so much I didn't post.
I'm sure you have it.
But also, like, I had fun, but this was definitely like a mature trip.
That's good.
Because usually I disappear on Mandy and everything. Nope, there's nights we didn't go out. I slept in the room every night.
Wow.
It was a great time. It was still blurry, but I was just tired.
It's classy blurry. It's a wine blur and a vodka blur are two different things.
I was like, but Amin, shout out to our dog Amin. He was like, we were watching the last episode of White Lotus, and he texted me, he's like, that opening scene, which by the way, the opening scene of the finale is like, spoiler alert, is one of the guys that have been sober for like over a year, and then he finally binged, and he was going crazy and just bouncing off walls. He's like, that opening scene was you on Sunday night at the party. And I was like, why you say that? He was like, because I kept trying to leave and you wouldn't let me leave. You said, nah, we in this shit together.
Oh God.
I was like, we were in that shit together. Fuck you. You would have done the same exact thing. He was like, I was tired. I was like, but if I was tired and you weren't, and he was like, fair enough.
Fair.
So
you are very convincing when niggas is out though. Like you just not just you, but like how to like keep the good times going.
Right.
If we're having a good time,
it's like fuck it.
It's like that's fuck
it.
The amount of times Rosy
when are we
say,
gonna do this again? All of us together here, guys.
She'll do it next week. I won't. She'll say that, be like,
maybe.
But it is what it is.
But yeah, no, the trip was fun. Very, very mature time. Then I drunkenly walked through the airport to get to Mexico. Don't even know how I got there really, because I was like sleepy and hungover.
You look like you got some Mexico in you, man. You was looking white last time. Hey, that was crazy. That was kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I bet you look tan. Is what you got some sun.
Zero Mexico in
You're not Mexican. We're not doing it. It's not that type of show, people. I'm just saying, you did look tan. You look
no, yeah, I'm going back for more. Not to Mexico, somewhere else, because I was very pale. Shout out to Ryder for not letting me be in the sun for 6 months.
Damn, Ryder.
Now I can. What was your question?
My last question is, I was talking about the great Drake and Kendrick war of 2024 yesterday. And I was just saying, overall, ultimately, see how you said, oh God? Last question I'm going to ask.
Okay.
Are we going to look back at this beef ultimately being terrible for hip-hop overall?
No.
Why is that?
I think because just of the whole, we've said this before, just like Drake was obviously the GOAT for such a long time that he thought he was unbeatable. And he kept poking at somebody who didn't want to like respond until finally he snapped.
That's understood.
And came back and was like, bruh.
That's definitely understood. I meant in the sense of like the aftermath. Like now, like, we just watch this Kendrick video and be like, oh wow. Drake's former director of a video directed this video.
I don't think it's bad. I think motherfuckers just be bored.
Yeah,
people just be bored.
People be chronically online. I'm chronically online. But
yes, you are.
But in the sense,
and that's impressive.
Hey man, listen.
Like every time I open an app, Kaz is on top. I'm like, do you have somebody doing this for you?
Sometimes, but
okay. See, this is,
but in other stages, yes, I like to be tapped in all the time. But yeah, that's definitely a chronically online thought where it's like you can't mention Kendrick without mentioning Drake. Can't mention Drake without mentioning Kendrick.
And that's stupid.
And I'm tired of that shit.
I don't like it.
And every time I say that, somebody's like, "Oh well." When Jay-Z and Nas were beefing, everybody talked about Nas. They're talking about Jay-Z. I'm like, first off,
this is true though.
I'm an old head, and while that is true, it wasn't for this fucking long, right? It was like for one summer when it was like.
No, there's still people that you talk to that believe you cannot like Nas and Jay-Z.
I mean,
like,
when
they
you're
still
talking
think
about,
you have to pick a side on that beef.
When you're talking about that specific battle, yes, but like if Jay-Z drops a music video, nobody's looking like, oh, is there a Nas sub in
Not
here?
anymore. It's been how 20 years? How many?
Exactly. Not anymore. But I meant like.
But at first, it was always like that.
And that summer, like for maybe like 2 summers, I think from the summer before Blueprint 1.
I think you're bugging. I think before they like even got back together in a way or started speaking again, I think everybody talked about it.
Yeah. No,
it's just we weren't online.
That's true. That is true. It's just like
social
everything,
media.
man.
We didn't have that.
We're just so tapped in. I just want to be able to enjoy both of those guys' music in peace.
You can like both, guys.
It is fairly legal.
Unless one of them is paying y'all.
All those things. And if they is paying you.
If y'all on payroll, I get it. If
you're
not, enjoy both. You could like the hippity hoppity and the dancing Nokia song.
Hippity hoppity and the bippity fucking boppities, bro. That's a wrap for today's episode of Say Less. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, Wale Mania is this Thursday. Brooklyn Bowl, Las Vegas will be there. Sponsored by Netflix. Shout out to good folks at Netflix.
This will be another responsible trip for me, by the way.
Okay. All right. I'm remember you said that. Shout out Rhythm Cannabis. Shout out to Netflix. Shout out to all of our sponsors for Wale Mania this year. Shout out to our guests, Jay Uso, Naomi, Freddie Gibbs, Ben X, DJ Money, DJ Carlucci, Samantha the Bomb. I mean, it's going to be a pack show. Get your tickets if you haven't yet. Them shits is almost sold out. By the time you probably listen to this, the tickets will probably be sold out. But I got to plug that shit anyway. Catch me on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. Taped an awesome episode, by the way, with Jay Shetty. That's coming out this week.
I got to watch it.
It's not out yet. It should be out this Thursday. It'll be out like when pop locking on stage or something.
When does this come out?
I'm sure it's gonna come out this week, probably this Monday or something like that.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and warn y'all. Kaz's weird wrestling friends. No. This is your warning. Leave me alone.
It's for all my friends.
Stay out the DMs. I don't want them.
All my friends in Vegas that always ask. Well, all my wrestling friends.
No.
That ask about Rosy. If you
Leave me
see her
alone.
in Vegas, this is your public service announcement.
PSA.
This is your PSA. All right. It's not happening. Just.
I'd be like, Kaz, like, I don't care.
Don't care, yo. And I'm not gonna back you up because Rosy can fight. Like Rosy got hands. Like I don't need
a little bit.
You know what I mean? Don't do any of that. But 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, check that out. Wale Mania this weekend. This week. Gosh, catch me Fanatics. Catch me doing all time. I'll be super busy this weekend in Vegas, but it's gonna be awesome, and I can't wait to see all you guys there. Rosy, let's wrap this up. Can our homie come in? You don't even gotta say nothing, bro. Just walk in and just like wave to the camera, just so people don't think we're talking to nobody silly. Come in here, motherfucker. Get in here. Get in here. Just wave. I promise you will not get no online beefs.
Online beef is crazy.
Yeah, come on in, bro. Just grab a seat. You're under strict no speaking policy. Sit right there, right in that blue chair. Right
the guy on the couch.
Yeah, right there, guy on the couch. Yeah, no, nothing. Okay, just don't say nothing. Keep the microphone right there. Last time we sat in this situation, you get tagged in clips to this day.
I don't think
so we're not doing that shit today. It was just hanging here.
They can't even see him.
Can you see him? All right, you know what? Sit on this side real quick so they can see you. All right, yeah, all right. There we go. And you know what? I'm making sure. We're not getting you in trouble today, goddammit. Just sit here. Just enjoy. You know what I mean? Do you like the new spot? Just nod yes.
Just the guy on the couch. You like it?
You like the new
cool?
spot, the new digs? All right.
Is it because of the video games? Yeah,
video
probably.
games. All right,
okay.
yes.
Cool,
no
cool,
trouble
cool.
this time. No, no
beef. Don't even say nothing.
We don't want no online beef. But anyway, guys, this has been another episode of Say Less. You can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/Say Less. You can go on our YouTube, youtube.com/Kazeem, or you can catch me on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. Catch me on Ring of Wrestling. Catch me everywhere.
Catch him just everywhere.
Rosangeles.
Let's go home.
Let's go home. Like we always do this time, people, stay free, stay safe, and always say less. We catch y'all next time, people. I'll see y'all in Vegas. Catch y'all next week. Peace. Stay out of trouble, Negro.
From the Averex, from the days when we had to make the waist stretch. Now it's Vacherons and all the Marpa K sets. You want to get money with me? Say less. Say